Hi, I'm Angel, and this is my review of the movie Get Out. Written and directed by Jordan Peele, most notably known for Key and Peele, the skit comedy show on Comedy Central. And the basic premise is that Rose wants to invite Chris to meet her family in the woods. And he is just concerned that they might not know that they aren't of the same color. She tells him don't worry, he goes along with it, and horror movie comedy ensues. I have to say that this is my favorite movie of 2017. I have seen tons of reviews of the movie. I watched it twice already, with friends, with family. I just wanted to add another review out there, but I don't know if I can say anything that hasn't already been said about this movie. It is brilliant. First of all, Jordan Peele, are you kidding me? Is this the first time you're writing and directing a movie? A+. Incredible. Not only is it filmed properly, the pacing is right. There is symbolism everywhere. I actually had to read an article after watching the movie about little symbols and hints that you may have missed within the movie, and there's so much going on. You don't catch everything. There's a lot I did catch, but a lot I didn't, and that was what was surprising. It's really thought out. And it is a funny movie. It is the kind of scary movie that you watch with friends, with tons of people, and all audiences. I do not think this is a movie for any audience in particular. There is a dynamic there, especially specifically Black Americans and white Americans, that is addressed under layers of comedy and horror thriller. There are some scenes that aren't even part of a horror movie. They're just like real life. Like the garden party scene at the Armitage's house, where Chris is scrutinized and asked the most uncomfortable questions. That's a reality for a lot of people in America. And it's sad that some people don't know that. And that's what I really appreciated, is that this movie started a lot of necessary discussions around the world. When I watched this movie with friends, some people didn't really like the way Daniel Kaluuya played Chris. They thought he was a bit too muted in his acting. And I kind of agreed, but at the same time I don't, because we're so used to seeing big acting in horror movies. And if you really look back, especially the second time I watched this movie around, there are subtleties in Daniel's acting that really are masterfully done. Just wow. You see a multitude of emotions cross his face in moments. There's so much doubt. And he's in a situation that makes a lot of people, when you are the minority in a situation like this, you feel uncomfortable, you feel paranoid, you feel crazy. It kind of reminded me of my experience at a resort in Cuba. And the people around you make you feel like, no, you're seeing things that aren't there, which is kind of what Daniel goes through with Rose. I think your family's kind of racist the way they interact with me, and Rose is just like, I think you're reading way too much into it. Allison as Rose did also a fantastic job, really well done. And it's hard to talk about this movie without spoiling it, but I'm gonna try not to say anything spoilery until I really get to the spoilers. I didn't see the story going the way it did. It really did take me by surprise. It's very well written. Betty Gabriel as Georgina gave me chills, okay? There are moments in her acting, subtle but powerful. And after you've seen the movie once, I urge people to see it again, because you will see layers upon layers of acting there, and you'll just be like, oh my goodness, girl, wow. I'm talking James McAvoy split level acting here. A1 acting for me. Marcus Henderson as Walter too, the gardener, did a good job. He really did. My brain is going all over the place with this movie. There are scenes in the film that seem random and that seem like typical horror movie moments. For example, there's a scene where Walter's just like sprinting at night. And there's that scene in the trailer where Chris talks to Georgina, and the meltdown and the episode that happens on Georgina's face is everything. And you understand at the end, everything comes together so cleverly. And I saw it coming, actually. And when we get to the end, when we get to the reveal, when we figure out what's going on, personally, everything kind of started to click in my head. Oh, I think I know where this is going. Okay. But still, even when you think you know where it's going, it doesn't go where you think it'll go. It keeps surprising you at every turn, and that's what I really appreciated. The end is just phenomenal. A phenomenal ending for a movie, not just a horror movie, and just any movie in general. The twists, the turns, the little events, beautiful. Loved it. LilRel Howery plays the best friend Rod Williams, and he is such a necessary character. He is the goofy, funny best friend, the TSA agent. He is perfect in this movie. He really balances out. He's like the sweet to the sour chicken. And the casting was just mwah, excelente. Bradley Whitford, I just wanted to say, as Dean Armitage, as a father, he's an actor that I didn't think could be scary and stern, but he brought it in this movie. He makes you comfortable and uncomfortable at the same time. Missy, the mother, played by Catherine Keener, also in the same realm. She's like sweet French toast, you know, a woman that you would just picture as just the sweetest, but she has moments of seriousness in this movie that gave me chills. I have to say, The Sunken Place is a brilliant invention, and it describes so many moments in life so perfectly. Being trapped within yourself, not being able to speak up when there are things that you want to say, feeling powerless. That's exactly what The Sunken Place is. It's when you are put in a situation where you feel powerless. And it's such an accurate metaphor for how Chris feels in this environment. Lakeith Stanfield plays Andre, and he is one of my favorite actors du moment. He's a character in Atlanta, and I really love this actor. And he was also brilliantly cast. The moment with the flash and his panic, oh, there was so much fear in his eyes, so much presence. Lakeith, man, that is one actor to follow, and I'm rooting for him all day. Okay, now I'm gonna get into a real spoilery moment, so you've been warned. The ending. The spoils. Apparently there was an alternative ending to this movie where instead of our man LilRel showing up, the cops would show up, and it was actually going to end a lot darker than it did. And I'm very glad that they rewrote the ending and made it light and heroic, and we got justice in that moment. Because, life is already sad enough. We don't need that. We need heroes. In most horror movies, the protagonist gets away. He survives and he walks into the sunset, usually with a woman on his arm. So I'm really glad that they treated this as such and gave us a breath of fresh air. TSA. Yeah, handle that. I also thought that moment with Chris and Rose where he was choking the life out of her was interesting. She was smiling. Some people didn't know how to interpret that. I felt like she was smiling at the fact that she felt she was winning in this moment, like she was being proven right, that the stereotypical angry, animalistic, murderous black man is in all black men, and she pulled it out of him. I think that's what he felt. It kind of brought him back to, oh, I am sinking to your level right now, and I'm not gonna do that. And I don't know, race had nothing to do with it. If anyone gets treated the way Chris had been treated, oh, that girl had to go. I mean, it would have been justified. I'm not on the side of murder, just want to make that clear. I'm just saying it would have been justified. And it was funny watching this movie as a mixed person. The black side of me was like, no man, get out, get out. I'm sensing danger, things are weird. Especially with Caleb, the younger brother, after that scene in the dinner, But the white side of me was like, but we should stay and investigate. I mean, you never know, maybe he could uncover something. Maybe Rose is right. Maybe we should give her the benefit of the doubt, you know? Maybe he needs to go into the crawl spaces, into her room, into that cabinet and see what's going on. Don't go there. Don't open that cabinet. Leave. So yeah, being mixed in a horror movie, there aren't many of us, but we usually die medium, you know? Not at the beginning, but we don't make it to the end. I could go on forever and gush about this movie. Loved it so much. What did you think of Get Out? If you have seen it, let us know in the comment section below. Before you go, please click on the like button, subscribe to Music Game News if you haven't already, and if you have, turn on that notification bell so you're notified when a new video drops. Thanks for watching. I had a great time. I hope you did too. I'm Angel signing off. See ya, pals.